Nick Lawrence from Arlington, Georgia, just outside of Baker County. Um, Lawrence Family Farms. I farm cotton and peanuts in Calhoun, Early, and Baker counties. It's about a 50-50 split between acres. We've been pushed to do more peanuts than cotton just with the economy and everything, but looking forward to trying to get through this one and hopefully better days. Okay, so I was originally born in Orlando, Florida. My dad has roots here. He was born in Albany, and grandparents had farmland that was handed down to them from their parents. And being here since '06, it's just something I've always wanted to do. Worked on farms during the summers, throwing hay, mowing around fields, just doing everything I could to be on the farm. I knew pretty quick that this is what I wanted to do and for a career, for a living. Made it to college, went to Athens, the UGA, got a degree in agri-science and environmental systems. Never got a job that wasn't farming after that. Came back home, worked in Leary for a fella, and started working for my father-in-law in 16. And shortly after that, we started getting a little land, building a little farm here, and adding a little more as the years went on. And in 2022, I broke loose and started going out on my own. Picked up significantly more acres than I was farming then, and 3 years later, we're going into our fourth crop. So starting out on your own is very difficult. So for the most part, you've got to have somebody there to help. I can remember going to the bank the first year I got a farm loan, and my loan officer looking at my father-in-law saying, you know, he's good. You know, he can. I've got his back. We're going to get through this thing. Well, when I broke loose on my own, it was a little different story. Not having the backing of somebody, having to go out and chase down a company that was willing to help a young farmer and get the process started was harder. Folks ask me all the time, why can't people just start this career? And it's because you've got to have help. It's right now, especially as tight as everything is, with inputs and commodity prices and the safety net, and that's not really substantial enough to help. Nobody can go out and get a farm loan. You know, nobody can go borrow the capital it takes to start farming right now without somebody saying, we can do this together and I'll help you. So the trade situation and the safety net, the lack thereof, a realistic safety net, is very hard at the community level, the grower level, because this community runs on agriculture, and I believe you can start to see it. So obviously the low commodity prices and the safety net being insubstantial, there's things that are starting to move out. A lot of places that are lacking people cutting back because they have to under this current condition, but hopefully we'll come up with some good resolutions that can be felt down at the consumer level. So a 5-year farm bill would give us the opportunity to have some stability, to know that you could go into a crop year and have that safety net under changing conditions, whether it's weather, commodity prices, regulation. It gives you that backing to know that year in and year out you'll be able to come back in and farm long term. And this farm is what I want to do long term. I've got 2 kids and I've got one on the way. Lawrence Family Farms was named for that because I want it to be a family farm. I want my children, my wife, and everybody to be a part of this. And right now there's not a lot of longevity in it. I'm optimistic for some change. I think the policy moving forward shows some optimism with the trade agreements that hopefully will benefit the country as a whole. I'm optimistic to grow. I mean, at the end of the day, we do this to provide for our family. I love doing what I do, but if I can't pay the bills, then I have to do something different. So I'm optimistic for growth, better days. If you can't look forward to things getting better, then there's no really purpose in waking up and going to work.